Hi, my friends. Today I want to present you a new story. Enjoy watching it.
I arrived in a restaurant La Moravella 15 minutes early, palms still warm from the weight of the promotion letter I'd held all day. Senior risk analyst. It finally sounded like everything I had sacrificed was worth it. As early as this morning, I made reservations at a restaurant for my family and my best friend. 10 seats, rich velvet cushions, golden cutlery. I had even pre-ordered the cake. Lemon cream with violet glaze, my mother's favorite. My brother Morgan always mocked me for choosing citrus over chocolate, but he still devoured every bite. Annika, my best friend since uni, walked in at exactly 7. "Emma, you look like a woman who's finally being seen," she said, hugging me tight. "I hope so," I murmured. By 7:20 p.m., I was refreshing my messages. No one had replied to the group text I sent that morning. Dinner's still at 7. Can't wait to celebrate my promotion with you all. I was still making excuses at 7:35. Maybe Dad's stuck in traffic. Maybe Mom's helping Morgan with something. Maybe Kendra brought the baby and had to stop for diapers. Annika tapped her glass gently. "Do you want to order something?" I forced a smile. "Let's wait a bit more. They'll come." At 7:56 p.m., my phone vibrated. I snatched it up. It was a message from Mom. "You're not exactly a priority right now. See you soon." The words didn't sting at first. They stunned. I read it again. "You're not exactly a priority." "Emma?" Annika asked. I turned the screen toward her. Her jaw dropped. I stared at the candle in the middle of the table. The flicker of it so steady, so loyal. Unlike them. Then, buzz. Another message. From my cousin Sienna. "Didn't know you weren't coming. The car looks better than we expected." Beneath it, a photo. My entire family crowded around Morgan's new used sedan. Arms raised. Mom's lipstick bright as ever. Dad in his gray cardigan. Morgan on the hood like some kind of triumphant mascot. The timestamp? 7:04 p.m. They had already been celebrating at another restaurant while I was sitting here waiting for them. Annika was already standing. "Do you want to leave? We can go anywhere. Let's not waste your night on." "No," I said quietly. "We're staying. We're ordering everything I planned. The wine, the appetizers, the cake. Everything. I'm going to call my coworkers, have them come over. We'll have a party." She blinked. "Are you sure?" I smiled. "Oh, I'm sure. They've made their statement. I'll make mine." As we sipped sparkling elderflower and picked at rosemary olives, I began constructing a mental list. Of names. Of debts. Of every single time I had been the one who showed up for them. And with each bite of warm focaccia, a truth settled into me like stone. They weren't late. They never planned to come. I didn't sleep that night. Instead, I sat cross-legged on the rug in my living room, laptop glowing in the dark like some bitter oracle. The winey glass sat untouched on the coffee table, now a shallow pool of gold. Behind me, the city slept. Cars softened into silence, and the shadows on my wall never moved. But I was wide awake, trembling, but not from sadness, from clarity. I opened a file I hadn't touched in months. Family support, what had once started as a casual tracker, had become a ledger of quiet martyrdom. $97,700.23. That's what the bottom cell said. I exhaled slowly. I clicked through the tabs like chapters of a book I had written without knowing the ending. Morgan, bailout for his used car loan, rent when he got fired, the money for his project, which failed total $31,000. Mom and Dad, their mortgage autopay I'd been covering monthly just for a while. Surprise birthday trips, bridge money during Dad's brief unemployment, total $42,300. Kendra, her dental surgery, the baby's formula subscription, a stroller that cost more than my first phone, total $18,400. They had all said the same thing at different points. "We'll pay you back, just not right now. You're doing so well, Em. You don't even notice it, right?" Annika's words from earlier rang in my head. They didn't forget you. They excluded you. At 2:18 a.m., I closed the spreadsheet, opened my bank app. My fingers moved with eerie calm. First, I canceled the mortgage autopay. Then I texted Morgan. "Reminder. This month, the car loan payment's yours now. Good luck." Then I scheduled an email to my parents. Since I'm not a priority anymore, I've made room in my budget accordingly. The account no longer covers your mortgage or utilities. Please adjust as needed. Then came the note. I wrote it in black Sharpie on thick cardstock and drove across town before sunrise. My hands didn't shake as I taped it to their front door. Then you all deal with it yourselves. I didn't need to sign it. They'd know. Back in my car, I stared at the dark window of my childhood home for one last moment. No lights, no apologies, just bricks and lies and blinds drawn shut. The sun wasn't up yet, but I felt brighter than I had in years. They'd feel it by morning. And maybe, just maybe, they'd finally see me. The morning sunlight sliced through my blinds like truth through denial. I reached for my phone without thinking. The screen lit up like a battlefield -34 missed calls, 12 voicemails, and a flood of texts that blurred into one chaotic scream. First voicemail. Emma, what the hell did you do? Mom, her voice trembling, not from hurt, but from inconvenience. Second. You think you can just pull the rug under us because you're mad? Morgan, furious, entitled. I didn't flinch. I brewed coffee instead, strong, black, unbothered. My phone kept buzzing, vibrating angrily on the table like it wanted to bite me. Message from Kendra. Wow, real mature. Baby has no formula now, but sure, congrats on your power trip. I laughed, out loud, alone. It sounded foreign, like something unused and dusty. The phone rang again. Annika's name lit the screen. I answered. Are you okay? She asked immediately. I sipped. Never better. They're freaking out, Em. Morgan posted a rant. Your mom's calling people. It's like you broke some invisible oath. I smirked. No, I just stopped funding their betrayal. Annika was silent for a moment, then softly. Good, let them scramble. My screen flashed again, Dad this time. I ended the call before it could start. I didn't owe them a damn thing anymore. I didn't answer a single call. I let them ring, shrill and relentless, as if urgency could overwrite years of indifference. Instead, I opened my laptop and began to write a letter I never planned to send. Dear Mom, I hope the celebration for Morgan was worth it. You always made it clear it mattered more. But I stopped auditioning for your love. You told me I wasn't a priority. Let me return the favor. I stared at the blinking cursor, my hands trembling, not with fear, but finality. I closed the laptop without saving. Some truths didn't need to be delivered. They just needed to be lived. They showed up at my door on a Sunday. Mom, Dad, and Morgan, all fuming like the entitled hurricane they were. Mom banged her fist against the glass. You've made your point, Emma. Enough with the tantrum. I opened the door, calm in a way that startled even me. Tantrum? I tilted my head. Do you mean your mortgage, your utilities, or Morgan's car insurance? Morgan scoffed, stepping forward. We were a team, Emma. No, I was a resource. Morgan threw up his arms. So you're just cutting us off? After everything we've done for you? I almost laughed. You mean the birthday you forgot? The promotion dinner you ditched? Or the $97,000 I gave without a thank you? Mom's voice cracked. You're still my daughter. I met her eyes, the last thread in me unraveling. No, I was your bank, your fixer, your fallback plan. But I'm not your daughter anymore. The silence was deep, humiliating for them. Dad's jaw clenched. Morgan's eyes darted, searching for leverage. There was none left. I stepped back and closed the door, not in anger, but with relief. I clicked open a folder labeled Paris, a plan I'd shelved for far too long. A plane ticket, a rented loft, a cooking class I've been too loyal to sign up for. Let them call, let them curse, let them feel the emptiness they crafted, because I was done being the foundation they stomped on. I was building something of my own now.
Friends, what do you think of this story? Write your opinion in the comments. Would you like more stories? Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button so you don't miss any videos. See you tomorrow.